Welcome.
Welcome.
I believe we're live.
We are super live. Animation Mentor. We're here again. Tim and Mars hanging out,
Tim and Mars. Mars and Tim.
talking about stuff. Animation type
Animations.
stuff.
Yes.
School stuff. Studio training stuff.
Yes. All of the above.
All of the above. So, who are we broadcasting live to today?
Oh, we're broadcasting to Tim Book and Marstagram.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Facebook and also YouTube and
Yes.
LinkedIn as well. So all three platforms at once. I'm seeing a couple of people jumping in. The messages are going out. The notifications are going to phones saying that we're live right now. So that's cool.
Boom.
Seeing some people jumping in.
Sweet. This
Nice.
is great. Well, let's do some introductions.
Yeah.
My name is Tim. I'm a student success coach. I'm gonna have my coffee yet, right? Over here at Animation Mentor, and so I get to help students along through their journey and talk to them about what courses to take and
Right.
the best path possible. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I am also a student success coach. My name is Mars, just like the
Yes.
planet. And I'm also a studio training advisor here at Animation Mentor. Kind of newish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wanted to talk a little bit about that today as well, because a lot of people don't know. So look, we've got Ender here. We've got a bonjour.
Ender.
Oh, you know what? ZKR25 looks familiar. I'm curious if that person had sent in a ticket earlier today. That name looks familiar.
Pete Roby.
Hey.
Pete, I was just out there in Texas, man. Matter of fact,
Yeah, you were.
rolling through in the family truckster.
the family tiger.
The family tiger, yeah. We named her the Tiger Queen.
Tiger Queen.
Yeah. We heard
Good to see you, Pete. Pete's got a great new shot. I don't know if you've seen it on campus.
I loved it, man. I absolutely love it. I've watched it several times, by the way. It's beautiful. Good job, Pete.
RF.
Animated Callum. Oh my God, on YouTube. Yes, Callum.
Yes,
we are on YouTube.
We are.
Cool. Lauren Hammond. Hi, Lauren. RF. Hi there. How's it going?
Cool. Where's everybody from? I love to hear this part because we got visitors from all over the place.
Cleve Frederic checking in.
Awesome.
Young Pete Roby. Remember that picture Pete sent?
The rocker?
Like a rock and roll picture?
Oh, yeah.
That was the best, man. I could just see him just jamming.
Oh, man.
It's so good. That was back in the day when Pete had hair. Poor Pete. Oh, me too. Ender's out in Virginia. Well, I'm in Fairfield, California.
Fairfield,
where I'm at. Bear country, as we sometimes.
Bearfield.
Right, Bearfield, right?
Bearfield, California. There was a bear sighting in my neck of the woods, actually, not too long ago. Yeah, I guess I didn't know that was a thing out here. I'm still learning. The Caribbean. Nice. I'm in near Cleveland, just outside of Cleveland. Call it the greater Cleveland area.
Oh, Uzbekistan. Nice.
Uzbekistan, nice. Got visitors from all over the place.
Wow. Very cool.
United Nations of Animation.
Yeah,
Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
We get a lot of students from Texas, right?
I'm telling you what, man. I stopped at 2 barbecue places while I was out there too. Had to sample the goods,
I had some amazing Moroccan food a few weeks ago.
Really, nice. Really Ohio Moroccan food. Awesome. Cool.
I love this person's name on YouTube. I have exactly 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great name.
That's a good one.
What do you do when you have 200,000?
You're going to change your name. Yeah. Yuri, welcome.
Yuri, what's up? Quincy. Good to see you. Cool. Ukraine. Nice. Very good.
We may have an issue with LinkedIn, but we'll just have to kind of move forward. That's kind of a bummer, though, because I was hoping to chat with some of the LinkedIn folks. Really?
2 from Uzbekistan. Wow. Phenomenal. This is great.
Well, cool. Welcome, everybody. like to just a quick introduction on what Animation Mentor is, because we get a lot of inquiries, and some people just think it's one person just, feverishly animating away and posting all this stuff. It's not just one person. Animation Mentor is an online animation school. So, in case you didn't know that, we specialize in 3D character animation, but we also have. Look at, we got somebody else from Mars.
Wow.
We also do classes in 2D animation, storyboarding, and a lot of other areas as well. So, Tajikistan. Wow,
Wow.
we got
We got a
everybody
lot of
here
stands coming in.
a lot of stands.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And yeah, we teach entirely online. Our school is 100% online. We do not have a physical campus. And the cool thing about that is we get to bring some world-class animators to you wherever you are. If you're in Tajikistan or Uzbekistan or from Mars, I don't know if how the internet is there.
Yeah, we might. That's something we're working on.
It's pretty good over here. But we get to bring animators from Pixar, DreamWorks, Industrial Light and Magic, Disney, Sony. The list goes on and on. Directly to use. So as long as you have reliable internet and a computer that will run Maya, you can take classes with us. It's pretty cool. Tim, can you believe it's the middle of June?
It is absolutely insane. We're sort of at the I mean, we're almost at the point to where our summer term is beginning, which is the June 27th turn. I mean, it's crazy. And there's still plenty of people that are wanting into the classes that are starting. A lot of classes are sold out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is the time when most people are jumping into summer. And if they don't, the biggest thing is having Maya experiences. We always talk about that. And and Maya is sort of like that thing that you got to have. It's your foundation going into this course. If you've got Maya, cool, you could jump right in. If not, then take one of our Maya workshops that's coming up.
Didn't you get this question not too long ago?
I did, actually. I had a guy that was actually asking about it. Not yet. That's not something that we're looking at as a Shazwada. Not as of yet, but that will be cool. That would be cool, right?
And if you've looked at your Bitcoin wallet lately, you might understand why we're not accepting it.
Yeah, that's a toughie. That is a toughie, right? Theodore checking in. What's going on? From Indonesia. This is great, man. There's
nice.
So many people coming through. Actually, that logo blocks when I see Pete's right there.
Oh, I know. I can't move it.
It's okay though. It's okay. Next time. I mean, so this platform that we're using, and Ender commented on it, how great it looks. It does. It's absolutely fabulous. And so we're working through some of the things that are part of it. Look at that, Pete. Wow, man.
Crazy. I know.
Dude, that is absolutely insane.
We've been through it together.
Dude. Yeah, Pete's been hanging with us for years, jumping into all of our Facebook lives and all the different iterations of this, this thing. So we appreciate Pete. So can't wait to see your name come across the credit screen when we have our graduation ceremony, man. That'd be cool.
Graduation's just 5 months away. It's crazy.
Wow.
We'll be here before we know it.
I have the 6th class left. Wow. So you're in class 6 coming up. So that's the cool thing also, is that she'll be back soon. So we actually have people that sometimes will take a break between terms and come back. I think Pete did that and came back and, finished his journey. And because it's not easy, to adult and pay bills and do all of the things that you need to do to survive, yet also sort of go down this journey and pursue your passion to become an animator. And look at Pete, he did his thing. And so this is great. Ron Don Andrade. Good. Look at that. You read my mind. What are the best tools you use on your pipeline? Blender, Maya, or ZBrush? It's Maya for us. Now, Blender's cool. Don't get me wrong. But
Blender's cool.
Maya is what we use. Now, we also, in our modeling workshop, we do combine both of those with Maya and ZBrush in that particular class. But in our character animation courses, it's specifically Maya, because all of our character rigs are built in Maya. So that's going to be your primary software that you'll be using. It's the most widely used software in the animation industry anyway.
Yeah, and one other note about that, because I do get a lot of students, they're like, "Well, I want to take your courses, but I want to use Blender." And I always ask them why, and they're like, "Well, I can't afford Maya." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I totally get it. But the good news is when you study here, when you become a student, you're automatically eligible to use Maya for free while you're a student here. So
Yeah.
that's the good news. So that that cost doesn't have to be a barrier to use the industry standard software. So keep that in mind. And I think it's great. When students start off with Blender, I totally understand it's good software. It's free, which is nice. That's a great place to get started. But hiring studios are looking for 3D character animators with Maya experience, generally for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yep. Yep. What about Anon up there? Anon Ranger, right? He's got a good one up there as well, where I want to learn feature animation right now. I'm confused between Anim School and Animation Mentor right now. Can you tell me how do you compare to Anim School? This is such an easy one. We're better. I mean,
How, Uncle Tim?
well, we're the first, right? That's the, first and foremost, we're the very first online animation school of its kind anywhere.
Hmm.
And the biggest thing also for us is our community. That to me is probably one of the biggest differentiators is that the
Hmm.
people that you're seeing jumping into these threads, there's a lot of them that are current students, people that are right in the middle of the program, people that are just graduated. And if you logged into our student campus, they're also going to be staying active in there. And so you're going to see all of these things going on in our community. There's actually humans that work here, right? You're not getting this sort of interaction
Yeah.
with Anim School that you get with Animation Mentor. And if you look at show reels and look at our show reel, oh my God, our show reel is absolutely amazing. And I love looking at student work. And for me, that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing
Yeah.
is compare our student work to their student work. And they've got great students over there. Don't get me wrong. But if you look at our reel compared to theirs, man, ours just sort of stands above that one. So
Hmm.
I think if you reach out to Mars or myself and talk to us about, what that actually means, what the campus looks like, what do you mean by community? Let us
Yeah.
take you in for a campus tour and let you see what's going on. I think you'll be blown away.
And look at Cleve. The campus
Yeah.
is so
Hey, look at that.
nice.
I love that. He has that little, that's cool.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's really worth pointing out too. Is how our students, when you're looking at other schools, I think what Tim said is absolutely right. Check out the student work because that tells the real story of what you can expect to produce at the end of a program. And then, a question I get quite a bit is, well, how are students interacting with one another? Is there a community? Is there a platform? How are our mentors providing feedback to students? And the campus, if you join the school, now you're lucky enough to be in the fourth iteration of the student campus.
Yeah.
It's come quite a ways, and by our in-house developers who have built this from the ground up. It's incredible. I mean, it's so much more than just meeting on Zoom and doing some lessons. It's much more than that. You're getting feedback from a community that's very robust. It's been around for over 17 years now, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been around for quite a while, and you're getting feedback from peers, from students, from graduates, alumni, from professional animators, and they're doing drawovers. They're breaking things down frame by frame, and this is all done in the online campus.
Yeah.
To Cleve's point, campus is so nice.
The campus is so nice. Yeah. And even after you're done taking classes with us, you still have access to the student campus. You can go back and revisit your training tab and look over some of your previous lessons and e-critiques and things like that. So
Exactly. Yeah.
RF at this stream, can you give some feedback? If it's feedback on animation shots, no,
Yeah.
we can't. So for something like that, your best bet is to submit an application for advanced placement. So if you've already been doing animation, somewhere in the world and you want to come to our school, but maybe think that, hey, I should be placed into a higher class because I've been doing this. I've got experience in doing this.
Hmm.
Submit an application, include your demo reel. We'll send that to one of our mentors for review. They'll review your reel, come back with some great feedback, and then also give you an idea of what class you'd be best suited to start off in. So advanced placement's
Exactly.
free to apply and to
Yep.
get your reel reviewed. So do it that way if you can.
Absolutely. And look at Frank.
Hey, graduated this week.
Congratulations.
Woohoo!
Nice.
That
Awesome.
is fabulous, man. This is cool. Cool. Now, Theodore, will there be an orientation stream for summer 22? Yes. Wow. Who's reading my mind like that? Getting
as
creepy.
as a matter of fact, I'm going to be emailing everybody today about the orientation, which is actually 1 week from today. It'll be on the 21st at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific time, with our very own Justin Owens. We love that guy. And he'll be facilitating the orientation for summer 2022.
Yep. So you'll get that. Make sure you watch that because it's going to show you how to do all the things on campus that you need to know how to do.
Good questions coming in here. Is there an
Wow.
age barrier when entering this industry specific if someone is in late 30s? So great question. And I mean, simply the answer is no. I don't think there is an age barrier.
Yeah.
I think that, especially, and I've mentioned this in previous live broadcasts, but, when the pandemic happened, everybody kind of paused their life, right? We just saw this influx of students, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s. Tim, I remember you mentioning you had a student in their 60s.
Yeah. She's starting in the summer term coming up. She actually hails from
Yeah.
Texas, as a matter of fact.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think it's wonderful.
Look at Pete.
If you've got this, yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah. So absolutely not. I don't think it's going to be a barrier at all. And I think in some ways to have more experience could certainly be an advantage. Once you have the animation skills that you can pick up here, if you've got work experience from a previous career or another field or another arts area.
Frank, 52.
There you go, and he just graduated too. So,
50s representing,
yeah,
and Pete
that's
too. Come
awesome.
on.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, yes. So, to your question, I want to make sure I say your name, Shaswata. Yeah, the short answer is no. If you really what it comes down to is getting the skills. You need to build the skill set. You need to have a demo reel,
Yep.
and a high quality one, which we can help you with. You need to make really great connections along the way. Another thing that we can certainly help you with. I mean, you're going to be learning directly from pro animators at major studios, and your classmates and alumni, and building a network on LinkedIn as well is an important part of it.
Yep.
And then to me, one of the things Bobby Beck, one of the co-founders of Animation Mentor, told me, about getting into the industry was, just being a nice person, and it may sound simple, but it's so true. I mean, you walk into an interview room and you're like, kind of showing off, or you got a little chip on your shoulder, or if you're kind of have an attitude or something like that. People want to work with an animator who's friendly, who's going to be a teammate, who's going to
Yeah.
be a partner that they can rely on, and so if you can walk in an interview room, walk through your demo reel, be able to tell a story and walk through your demo reel and have a great personality and be friendly and ask questions and really start to understand what it's like to work on that team, you're going to have some great success. So those are kind of the three things that I kind of consider important for getting into the industry. Cool. So what else is Bobby back there with? Oh, somebody had the question. I mentioned Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So Bobby Beck is it's kind of a tricky question, right?
There are some videos still on there. So is
Yeah,
he
yeah.
still active within our community? Not really, not as much as before. However,
Mhm.
if you go on to areas where the training tab is and the demos and tips area and
Yeah,
things like
you'll
that on
still
the
see him.
student camp, you're going to see a ton of videos in
Yeah.
there. He's such a fabulous animator and a fabulous human. You're going to see a ton of his videos that are still sort of everywhere throughout the student campus. Good question though.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Cool.
Cool. So what else?
What else we got
So
going on?
well, wanted to mention, just because we've been getting some younger students, and wanted to talk a little bit about some of the partners that we have with Animation Mentor. Tim, I know that you kind of head one of the partnerships, so I'll let you talk a little bit about that in a minute. But we also partner with another online school. We get a lot of people that are, under 18. We were talking about
Mhm.
ages, and that's kind of where we start, is 18 for the most part. We make some exceptions from time to time, and you can reach out to us. But if you're a younger student and looking for an online school like Animation Mentor to really teach you the basics of Maya, some drawing skills and things like that, we partnered with another school called the Animation Course, and they're a really great school. They're founded by one of our former animators, Chad Stewart, and he is a former animator as well, and he founded the animation course, which specializes in teaching students from 11 to 18. So this works out really well for those younger students who want to pick up some schools while they're still doing, maybe junior high or high school, and then once they reach 18 and graduate, that's when they can transfer over here to Animation Mentor. So we've got a great partnership with that school. Feel free to reach out if you're under 18. sort of that 11 to 18 range, we can certainly refer you over there as well. Tim, what about the partnership that you work with?
Yeah. So, we also partnered with Women in Animation, which is womeninanimation.org. And so they're located in Southern California, but they've got branches pretty much throughout the entire world. And Women in Animation is sort of an advocate for females or those identifying as such within the animation industry. And so it's kind of a cool thing because, their overall goal is to even the playing field between men and women in the animation industry by 2025. So their goal is 50-50 because it's not like 50-50 right now as far as for men and women in the industry. There's a lot of, females that are studying animation, but what happens when they leave school and go work in the industry? And so that organization is specifically there to help, even the playing field, also provide additional mentorship for students. So we love Women in Animation so much that we decided to sort of reach out to find out, is there a chance that we could also offer a scholarship through Women in Animation? So yes, we checked the box there. Now we have a scholarship through Women in Animation on their website that you can look at. And then the second thing is, hey, if we were to start a student club, what would that look like? Now we're into our Women in Animation student club for the last, I think, 3 or 4 months, maybe 4 months. We're up to 143 members on our Women in Animation student club. And
Nice.
throughout the campus, it doesn't matter if you are a male or female in this particular student club. We'd love to have you because if you're there to support and sort of, even out that playing field and spread the
Right.
word, I would definitely jump in. You can actually find more information on Women in Animation if you were a student on the student campus. Otherwise, go to womeninanimation.org, sign up for their membership. It's pretty cheap to do so. They've got their own internal job board as well. They've got a lot of webinars that they also host. So if you want to find out how people achieve their goal and what their journey looked like from start to finish, check them out. I think you'll be really, really blown away by some of the stories that they tell on there.
Nice. Thanks for sharing.
Cool.
I pinned a couple of messages that came through. Wanted to highlight a few. The mentor roster and animation mentor is absolutely world class. That is a perfect sentence. Great way to put that there. Awesome artists from studios like Pixar, DreamWorks, Sony, etc. teaching animation.
It's just what working for us.
I know, right? It's great. So you're absolutely right, Shaswata. That is absolutely true. I think it's one of the things that makes Animation Mentor so special for sure. And you get to learn directly from these animators. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a great one. How about this? Love the new look of the website.
Who doesn't?
So,
it's beautiful.
So if you haven't been to animationmentor.com, I can see Hollywood in the back there throwing her hands up. Yeah, and who was a very big part of this as well. Behind the scenes, though, if you haven't been to our website recently, check it out. Go to animationmentor.com. It is completely redesigned from the ground up. I don't know if any of you have ever done any web design before. I built my own little website of, maybe 2 or 3 pages back in the day. But man, this is a complete transformation.
This has been years in the process.
Years in the making. Yeah.
And it shows. It's beautiful.
And an amazing shout out to Rachel, who is just an incredible part of the team here. She's been with us for since the beginning, with co-founders, and does everything from creative director to web design to numbers and all the things. She's just incredible, but was a huge part of getting our website updated, changed, the fresh new look, the videos that play on there, the student testimonials, all that stuff. So please check it out, and thanks for the shout out on that, Das. Yeah, we really appreciate that. Got another one here, and let me go ahead and pull this one up. This is from Anon Ranger. I'm not from the U.S. Or any of the bigger countries, so it's really expensive for me. Do you provide any discount programs or scholarships? So, great question. That's it's one of the things is being an online school. We're accessible all around the world, but we are aware that in the grand scheme of things, currency is different in different countries, and maybe not accessible. For everybody, and that can be a challenge, and so what I like to remind students is that, you just take it a course at a time, do a workshop, do a course. We have payment plans as well. You can split things up a little bit, and, if you need to take a break in between terms to work and save some money, come up with a financial plan, that's an important part of attending our school. in the grand scheme of things too, in terms of like animation education, compared to the traditional 2 or 4 year art college, we're actually rather inexpensive. I've seen anywhere from like $17,000 to $44,000 per year for some art colleges. It's pretty pricey, and we're less than the low number of that for the
There's a
entire
cool
program.
section on the new website that actually references that too as well, which is great.
Yes. Yeah. So we don't provide any discount programs or scholarships. However, there is something called the World Scholarship Forum.com, and they have an animations scholarships section. Just want to let you know that's not sponsored by Animation Mentor anyway, but I found that website and I pass that off to students because there is about 18 or more scholarships specifically around animation listed on that website.
A lot of work, but it's worth it if you can get something out of it.
And I got another one here.
Cool. My master, Jasperek what is that? Butev, Uzbekistan, taught me by animation. He was a student of animation. Man, that's great.
There you go. There you go.
That's great to hear.
That's awesome. All right, let's see. I know we got some more questions that popped up in here. Aha. This is a good one. How many students from Animation Mentor are working in the industry today on average? I mean, a number of people that had training with you and got a job in the industry on average. So,
Yeah.
Rhonda, I would say for one thing, that's a really difficult metric to track with accuracy. We've got so many students that that go on to work in the industry, and if they don't report back to us, it's a difficult one to track with any level of accuracy. So, what I usually say about this, and you can jump into, Tim, is most students that go through the full program, they complete the 18-month program in its entirety, and they make some really great connections along the way. They're active in the community. They're building their network on LinkedIn and other platforms. They're posting their work. They're connecting with people. They're generally getting a job in the industry as a 3D character animator within about a year or so of graduation. That's usually what I tell students. I don't have a percentage. It's not a metric we actively track, because if I threw a number out there, I just don't think it would have a ton of accuracy behind it. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that's trackable, right? Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
it was more of a traditional sort of art school, they have to do that sort of stuff, and for schools like us, we're more focused on teaching the actual character animation. We do provide that job board, which is updated on a daily basis with lots of gigs that are available on there, and like Hollywood was mentioning to Rondon on that on that thread. We had 42 of our folks working over there at there you go, right there, Spider-Man of the Spider-Verse, and 20 on Encanto. So we have great successes, but it's really the students that are doing that. They're here to pick up all the information and learn as much as they can, but at the end of the day, it's them that's digging in and finding these jobs and continuing to reinvent themselves, even as they have a job, continuing to update their reel and doing sort of all of those things in the meantime.
That's awesome. Cool. Let's see here. Oh, wow. It's almost 1:30, or depending where you're at.
Right? Yeah.
I wanted to also talk just a little bit about some studio training. I was hoping that we were broadcasting to LinkedIn, but Hollywood, do you know if no, it doesn't look like, for some reason, it doesn't look like we made it to LinkedIn today. So we'll have to work on that for next time. Apologies. But I still would like to, kind of briefly mention studio training. This is something that's, fairly new, and that we've started doing. And I think it's really fun and exciting. We've been working really closely with studios, we're talking a lot about our mentors, and they teach, our students how to animate and stuff like that. But since we have these world-class animators, they're also available to teach studios, how to animate better. And even studios with professional animators, they're looking to get to that next level as well. I talked to a DreamWorks animator a few months back, and he was mentioning how he's working on his demo reel. I was like, but you already work at DreamWorks. And even those folks there are also looking to achieve that next level and push their work, and we can help with that. We do everything from discounts on classes for studios that are kind of group purchases, things like that. We do the Animation Mentor Masterclass, which is pretty new, and that's master classes on a variety of different topics that we do, in a virtual format, in different sessions and things like that. Everything from body mechanics, advanced acting, facial animation. We're working with some really cool studios on stuff like that right now. And we also do custom workshops. We worked with a very well-known game animation studio, put together a custom workshop for them. We helped design the curriculum together with our mentors and their animation supervisor team, put together a 6-week custom training solution for them, and they loved it. And they got to work in our tele platform, have their own private instance of for their training sessions, and get all the feedback that just like our students would on at Animation Mentor. So pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah, that is good. That's great information. I think that that's the way to go too for a lot of the studios that are kind of looking to improve their skills. That's fabulous. Oh, Anon. Yeah, sure. And Hollywood, I think, nailed it with her campus tours. That's something that Mars and I do all the time, to where we do these Zoom campus tours, and we take you literally behind the curtain so you can kind of see what students are doing, what the lectures look like, what e-critiques look like. Pretty much everything that you want to know is you'll see on the campus tour, including that job board that we referenced earlier too, so you can kind of check out some of the sweet gigs that are available throughout the world.
Let's take one more before we go. I know we started a few minutes late. So Dia is asking how the lecture is going for some people in other countries with different time zones. That's a great question. So I'd love to address that real quick before we go. Animation Mentor, as I mentioned, we're an online animation school. Now, our headquarters is in California, where Tim is, but that doesn't mean that we're not taking into consideration other people's time zones. We don't want our friends in other countries to have to get up at 3 a.m. to take a class, although that does happen from time to time in some parts of the world. But for every class that we have in the character animation program, we try to have as many sections of that class as possible. And we mentioned our mentors, our professional animators from major studios across the country. They teach at different times of the day. Some of them teach before work, some of them teach on their lunch hour, some of them teach later in the evening. So we generally can find something that will work for you in your time zone at a relatively reasonable time. A lot of our European students, or maybe in Africa or Asia, will choose more of the early morning times in California. That translates usually over to a pretty comfortable evening time in those countries or those parts of the world. And then, we've got students from all over the place, and we can usually help you find something that works. So,
yeah.
Very cool. Anything else? Anything else you want to add, Tim?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about working with some of the international students is the fact that once they've actually registered for a class, they don't have to figure out the time conversion every time they find a dailies to go to, or turn in their homework on time, or do all those things, because of the campus system is set up to where it like automatically readjust their time for them so that they see it in their time zone. I think that's super cool when that happens.
Hey, Narayan, it's good to see you.
So
and absolutely, I've talked with Narayan before, and so even India on the other side of the planet, we get a handful of students from India as well, and we make it work. So,
and they also brought up a great point about try one of the workshops that'll help you join the campus before taking the character animation program. Take the Maya workshop. So if you're not familiar with Maya, it's a 6-week workshop. There's actually, if you go into the site, there's a promo code on there too. So if somebody wants to utilize a promo code and get a discount on the workshop, take the 6-week Maya workshop. You not only do you get to take the workshop and dive into the student campus, but then you also get to use Maya for free for at least a year, by using your educational license. So if you can do that, go ahead and do that. I heard, what was that going on?
What was that? That was going to be our outro music.
Nice. Looks like we're out of here.
Yeah, it looks. Okay, so we want to thank you guys so much. Let's hide that, and let's bring in some contact stuff. Let us know. Contact us if you are interested in finding out more about the school, If you're interested in studio training, you can call us here, 877-426-3628. You can email us, admissions@animation mentor, goes right to me and Tim. And be sure to follow us on all the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of the places. And we'll see you guys in another month. Hope you have a wonderful summer. It's not too late to get into the summer term too. If you have some Maya experience, let us know and we can get you into classes. And we're gearing up for fall as well. So
hit us up for a campus tour. I think you'll love it.
Absolutely. You guys have a wonderful day.